What is up, guys? Jetzu here, and today I wanted to go ahead and finally talk about Victoria Total War. And I want to talk to you guys personally. Is this the best option for a historical Total War? Is this the most likely option for the historical Total War that's coming out that they've been that they put in their roster of historical of Total War projects that they're working at CA? Is this the most likely candidate? And I'm still going to make videos talking about the different other aspects or different other historical events or time periods that it could be encompassed in the historical Total War, such as the 30 Years' War, the wars in Africa, Mesoamerica, stuff like that. I'll still touch those in different videos, but this video I've been meaning to make for a while because a lot of people have been talking about how this is going more likely to be the Total War. I mean, they won't do World War I. World War I it won't work for them, but a Victoria Total War will work for them. And I wanted to go ahead and talk to you guys about this. So personally, in my opinion, I think this would be phenomenal. Yes, you guys be like, what, Jetzu? You wanted World War I. Why are you, switching back and dialing it back and wanting to go to the Victorian age? Well, I would prefer World War I because just the mass amounts of casualties on both sides and the ultimate grand scale of the war is what I really like. I love the Great War mod. I love playing Battlefield 1. I love watching. I think I'm subscribed to the Great War on YouTube. If you guys are not subscribed to him, he basically does 100 years later, week by week, what happened during World War I with each week that coincides. So yeah, I'm into World War I, but I'm also into the Victorian era, and I really would like to see this game come into fruition because personally, for me, even though my favorite Total War game is Fall of the Samurai, which does fall in that Victorian age time period, I did like Empire because Empire, I loved line battles, I loved guns, I love ships. I love the inclusion of ships in Empire, and most importantly, I love I love the government system. I love the family tree. I love how it was important that you manage those, or else you could go into some sort of rebellion, and that's how you kind of get like the Soviet-styled, flag rebel armies in Russia and stuff like that. It was dynamic. It was awesome, and it kind of connected to real-world stuff, just like Medieval 2 does. A lot of the same kingdoms or same countries that were alive or thriving or just began back then are alive today. So it does kind of give you some sort of you're not playing these far-fetched factions that you really don't know too much about personally, depending on where you live in the world, and you can latch on to say if you're German, you can latch on to Prussia. You're Polish, you can latch on to Poland. You're British, or you from the UK, you can latch on to Great Britain. For me, I played as the Road to Independence campaign. I played as the United States. And so with that said, and Spain also. But with that said, that's the reason that this era, and having the eras that are more modern, in my opinion, are more exciting because of this attachment, because of this. Oh, you can conquer Paris. Oh, you can conquer London, cities that are still alive today. So with Victoria, I feel like it would just be a completely revamped version of Empire Total War. And at this time period, I would probably start it off from the 1850s or 1840s all the way up to the 1900s, maybe 1910, around there. And that would probably be the time period that I would like to see the most. And the countries that I would like to see be part of this, honestly, there's a couple of major ones. I would like to see China as a faction, mainly because yes, it was being colonized, yes, it wasn't that powerful, but it would still be an exciting sort of playthrough to try to rebuild China after having all these foreign powers kind of pickpocket you and take control of certain aspects. I would like to see Japan modernizing and stuff like that. That would be pretty cool. Throwback to Shogun 2, but not have it be Shogun 2 kind of. I would definitely like Russia, Great Britain, the Ottoman Empire, I believe, was still around at this point. France, just the major powers, mainly the major ones, definitely from Empire. I would like to see in this, plus any additions that are, that are part of this timeline. Specifically, I would like to start off in, I guess, the 1850s, because I would like to see two factions in the United States, the Confederacy and the Union. Or the United States, I guess, because that way you can play as the United States or the Confederate States. That way, it would be, you wouldn't have to find a way to kind of include that. You could just, and I know there are other different civil wars that happen in other countries, but as an American, this is the one that I mainly know about, because this one's the one they teach us in school. So, I mean, if there's other ones that happen, other splits, I would like to see those too. I would like to keep it as historically accurate as you can. But speaking mainly in a more focused on the United States way, yes, I would like to see the Confederacy in the United States. That way you can control which one conquers the United States, or takes control of the United States. Also add Mexico in there. You want to have those new world factions. You want to be able to colonize Africa. I would bring back trade nodes. I would bring back naval combat 100%. Australia, I would bring back. I would have Australia be able to colonize Australia. Again, India. I would have India be fully playable. And so those are the kind of the factions that I would like to see. I would like to see as like sort of a technology tree as the years go by, a less dependency on mass formations and more on like a little bit loose formations. I guess loose formation could be some sort of technology that you can unlock later on in a technology tree. Seeing as how, with the advent of Maxim machine guns and stuff like that, you really don't want to be massed up into groups. Even though I know in World War I, especially the French, they wore brightly colored uniforms. They were still massed in columns of formation, but for the most part, most other nations, they dispersed at least a little bit. At least in World War I, everybody got a shell shock, and it went to combat squad-based types of battles. But I would like to see that. I would like to see the Maxim machine guns. I feel like this era, people are saying, is the most, the one that you can play the most playable one, because of the fact that we have kind of all the little instruments that go along with it. We've done Fall of the Samurai, so we have rifles from that time period and ships from that time period. We also ironclads and stuff like that. I would love to see those. We have from just Warhammer, we have still gunpowder units. We still have units that kind of resemble ones that especially the cannons and stuff like that, and artillery. We have that could be something that you can import into a Victoria Total War. It wouldn't be that hard. You wouldn't have to add different types of combat systems. You know what? Even though I want a new system of a new what's it called, engine, I would like to have a new engine, because come on, it's been years now. We need a new engine for Total War. At the same time, if they wanted to keep the same engine, it'd be so much easier to do a Victoria Total War than to try to make a brand new engine for something a little bit later. And that's kind of where I'm at. I feel like the percentage of it being, even though I really want World War I personally, for me, guys, I know a lot of you guys don't. I think Victoria would be probably the best bet that's gonna happen, and probably the one that is my second one that I want to happen, and probably the majority of you guys want it to happen, because that way you guys can play as your respective countries and stuff like that, going into the new age and stuff like that. So anyway, guys, that's kind of my video. I know I've been, it was kind of rambly toward the end, but it is what it is. Let me know if you guys, what you guys think about this. Do you guys want Victoria Total War? Let me know in the comment section below. And let's see if we can get over 50 likes, so just drop me a like. I really appreciate it. Let's see if we can get over 100 likes for this video. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. This is going to be Jetzu signing off.